it out, I'm the coldest around, but he falling again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
The 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gannon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a pass hauled in downfield. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Johnson, 60 yards, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted or was it audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket. No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will make it into the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Snap it and run. Now it's Jackson. And the Raiders have got it. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On second down, here's Jackson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught by Ed McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Raiders' 41-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown.
To Brandon Cooks.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Well, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sidelines. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Gannon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
To number 80.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, here's Bo. Down the right side, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 56 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 27, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Play action. It's Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
6-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Bill Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77. And Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Gannon, and the pressure gets to him again. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Patriots 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. And McCaffrey, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Well, it's picked, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
On first down, Gannon. 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. They run on 1st down to Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
On the coverage.
From the gun, it's Jackson. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10. Just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal, New England.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Patriots 10.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now in 3 series, he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run again with Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Lawrence Taylor, his 2nd sack of the night. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brendan, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bears take
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Vic will look to throw on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On the keeper.
Bo Jackson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
To Bo Jackson.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears first down.
Vic operating on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 29 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Patriots nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to land.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Taylor Mays helped to make the stop. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Myles Garrett.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Patriots nothing.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll run here with Bo. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
4-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Bears.
1st down, Vick. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to... And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Gonzalez with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Bears 14, Patriots 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Jackson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East frontrunners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they've got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Yeah, 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
On first down, it's Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Now that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Robbie Anderson, as the first half is winding down, and the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Joseph on for the extra point.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Chicago! Michael Vick, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Here's Cooks on the return.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Now Jackson off the play fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Vick. Dancing to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There's 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. But I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? One year they started 1-2, won their division. One year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow starts, but they know how to turn things around. And when Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback, anything can happen.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Hey, middle. 50, 50. Get right.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Game situation. Let's go. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
Yo. Hey, Mike's 50.
From the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Bears will get the football back.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Throwing on second and long. Vick. Trying to improvise. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Foxborough. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Operating from the gun, Vick, and that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jackson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by...
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. So that'll back them up 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. They go play action with Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Play action. Now Jackson.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Woodson on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
24. Patriots 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They run again with Jackson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Chicago.
The ball carrier.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi splash you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right on that.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson, and he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
On the tackle.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Vick. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Reggie Wayne, 39 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed pass like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First down, New England.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown,
Robbie Anderson. 44 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try the left side. Jackson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Vick, he sets to fire. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now he's flushed out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. As we do every week, we like to look ahead to what's coming up week 4 in the NFL. And no shortage of good matchups again. I'm going to start, though, Charles, with one that is not really an intriguing matchup because they're 2 good teams. 2 0-3 teams, Denver and the Jets. Vic Fangio and Adam Gase, those coaches, they both need a win in a big way.
You got that right, and both of them have really struggled in the early going. Denver lost their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's supposed to be gone for about a month or so, and they're playing with Jeff Driscoll right now, and it's really, really tough for the Jets. Hard to find anything that's been positive early.
And then a couple of other ones on the other end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh at Tennessee, both 3-0, and a late afternoon game on Sunday. New England at Kansas City. That should be a good one. Here's Jackson. Off play action. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Jackson. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is all the way up past the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun, Vick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Complete.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson now off the play fake. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Joseph is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 38, Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Brings up
so much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And
well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jackson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Punching it in from a yard away. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. focusing on me.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Vic will look to throw on first down. He's going to air one out. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by the veteran Cortland Finnegan. And he will be out of bounds as the third quarter comes to an end with an INT. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete to
and a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gain of 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it's going to be second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Jackson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Complete.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. On the crossing route, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Vick operating on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Vick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Jackson, that's out to the left and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Gain of 18 on the play. Result is a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line. From
the shotgun again to Elliott. And they're able to work work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign. And he will take it in for the touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Morton Anderson.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled
on the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
A gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the Patriots.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Play action. It's Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He's brought down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 5 now. Jackson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
31-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Patriots, first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Down at the 8-yard line.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
And 1.
Now Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in the... And he is in! Touchdown, New England! A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
To kick off.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and want.
It got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got 4. You got 4. Say it. Report.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Switch gears. Hey, 13.
To throw again. Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Made back at the 39-yard line.
Carry now for Elliott. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
16 yards.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Elliott. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Check. Hey, report. Report. Go ahead. Sit on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And all the way down in inside the 5 to the 4. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
And 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown away, and
ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. And here in overtime, if the team that receives... It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
34, Bo Jackson.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Check, you.
Play action. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's letting it flop. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
This is Dev B Music.